firefighters, you know, at the station, you need to go out, call.
Oh, yeah, training, you can put all your gear in the back so it don't get wet. I mean, that was the whole point of that, was all across the board there was make it easier.
Taking a look. I'll bring it, I'll look in the morning when I'm on my way here.
I was just curious, no big deal.
Okay.
I guess we're trying to find somebody to change the oil first.
Oh,
Hey, you moved.
I'm in,
Move down there.
okay, number 27, limited service, this August. And I see bumpers and lights and joysticks and all kinds of things. Where did you get the body?
It's a truck we've had.
Well, which one?
It's originally Brush 23.
Okay,
Charles, I think Charles bought it when he was chief. And in 2015, it was taken out of service.
okay, no wonder. See, our asset register is not very complete prior to me showing up. I'll just make note of that because I can't find it. It was probably purchased through Logan County, and
That one is a city truck,
that one was
Yeah,
a city
that
truck?
was
Yes.
bought through the city.
through the city.
Okay, so the county, okay, city bought, okay.
It was originally Brush 23, and like I said, in 2015, we bought that brand new Blanchard truck and took it out of service. Took its Brush 23's number, and it has sat unused since 2015. And
It
with-
probably ought to be fairly, ready to go.
Yeah, it's in service.
I mean, so what I'm saying, it wasn't overused or anything.
Well, Charles drove it, so yeah. It has 11,000 miles on it. I mean, it's got some dents and bruises, but we put a new bed on it.
11,000 miles,
Yeah.
the engine is not.
We had a bunch of work done to it and stuff like that. But then we sold our Brush 27, and that's when this one carried that number.
Okay, no, I just didn't know, theoretically, it's 100% depreciated if it doesn't get clean anyway. But I just need to make note in case the auditors were to ask me, well, where's your chassis? I don't know if it's the chassis or the cab,
Yeah.
chassis and the cab. I just wanted to make note because like I said, I got all these cool little pieces, joystick, bumper, lights.
Because we did all that in-house.
Huh?
We did all that in-house.
Oh, I know, that's the second or third one, the fourth one. I don't know how many of you guys built.
Too many.
But it's been on 4 fires. It's been in service. It's been in it, so.
So it's functioning, yeah. Cool. Well, I figured it was something, but I thought maybe it came from Logan County because there was a big hubbub. People thought they could override accounting rules. And so they were refusing to merge the Logan County sales in here a long time ago. And I didn't know why. So I didn't know where I had 2 different possibilities of it, where it came from. But it's not on my list, but it will be now.
Yeah. If you have any questions, you call it. I mean,
Well, I will now that I got the number. That's why I sent you the note. That was the note that I sent you.
oh, okay.
Where'd you get the chassis? Big money.
Yeah, we've had it. It's too expensive to buy new right now.
Well, I know. I haven't bought a new car since I don't know when. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one. I didn't used to pay the money for a new car. I got better uses for it.
Okay.
Time, 6 times. I missed it. Set.
Call this Board of Trustees regular session to order at 7:01. Please state it faithfully.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
Roll call.
Trustee Mormon,
Here.
trustee Hale,
Here,
Mayor Long.
Here. Let me get my glasses on, so I see this stuff.
excuses, excuses.
Welcome, Jess. You'll have any comments about what's on the agenda, and y'all have 3 minutes to say so. Anybody got any comments? Okay.
On 6B, the item on the Open Meeting Act, I just want to say, regardless of what y'all do tonight, I've appreciated being able to speak my piece and let my trustees know how I feel about different things and have the opportunity to weigh in my thoughts and opinions in your decisions.
Anybody else? Okay. Consent agenda.
I make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No.
Business agenda. Discussion, consideration, discussion and consideration of possible action September 8th, 2025 meeting. Discussion of possible action on request for application of FY 2026 ACO grant.
That time again.
They call it.
It's that time of year. We've had 1.5 months to get a grant prepared request.
What you're gonna try to do this.
Well, that's what we're here for, to discuss.
Last time we discussed it was something water tower.
Well, we applied for the water tower grant. We met that deadline of September the 2nd. I don't know, of course, my discussion on the census is down under C, but we have done everything OWRB suggested we do to date. They may give us leniency on our screwed up US, and I'll cover that more in detail under C. So, and Matt Coyle, I don't know if he has a crystal ball, but he's thinking we're gonna be good on this one. We have the, volunteer.
This one here,
Which one's that one?
just the one we're discussing right now?
No,
No.
the OWRB.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
We've asked for 119,000, I believe.
For the water tower?
Yep, for the water tower. Now, a backup plan to that, there's 2 backup plans to that. One, rural water has an 80/20 that they said there's a 99% chance that we would be awarded that one. They don't use any census data. We do have some matching grant fund money in our bank account. Number 2, if you don't get it, we have the option of, what was it, how much did they offer? I mean, how much was the bid to paint the inside of one? It was less than
12 to
15.
15.
Yeah, it's less than 15,000. That would extend the life for a couple of years, 3. But it's just kind of like,
Put the Band-Aid on.
put the Band-Aid on, it's gonna wear off in about 3 years or less.
Someone really replace.
So that's the status of that one. So,
I want to find out the deadline on that, if we made the cut.
I don't know that it said,
I don't think it did say.
yeah.
I don't know, but like I said, there's 2 backup plans there.
So this one, the deadline is the 26th of September.
Oh, it's that fast?
Yes, it just opened,
I thought it was at the end of October.
I think it has been the previous years, I think it's earlier
It's
this year.
snuck up on me.
Yes, so,
How about, how about if we go for the lift station?
Well, the lift station has 2 brand new motors in it. The
Yeah.
problem with the lift station is we have to get a tripod or get a pulling unit to pull a pump out.
Right, well, that whole.
Yeah, the whole thing
Whole
is-
thing's to be replaced.
It does, but it's still functioning, and we've got 2 new motors in it.
Right.
You know, is there something else that we need more so? I don't want to go ask for another water tower thing, since we already submitted that one. That's my personal opinion. If we were to get both of them, that would be embarrassing.
That's a suggestion
Okay, well, I've heard, let me just throw some things out, and we can choose what we think is the most needed, and that is sidewalks going like along Cottingham or a couple, I don't know how much, I don't know if we can get estimates or bids to replace our sidewalks going up and down the hill. That's
that.
one idea.
You might have, when you do sidewalks, you have to clean ditches out.
Well, that was my next thing, is the ditches to be cleaned
Ditches
out.
have to be cleaned out, so you have room for your sidewalks.
No, I totally understand. I don't know if we can, I thought we had an extra month to get bids on sidewalks. So, because that's what I would,
We almost have to have an engineer come in and kind of, and tell us. how
yeah,
to
that's
do
what Jason
it.
told me. To find somebody who's done municipal sidewalks
Yeah,
before.
it's gonna be a nightmare for a while, because there's a lot of trees in the way,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of it.
but I do think we need to,
It does.
like, maybe that's on our to-do list. Short. So,
I do know last time I looked at that lift station, that metal was about to.
well, it is. I mean, all of the rails on the inside that are supposed to guide the pumps up have disappeared. There was supposed to be something put in there to keep it from rusting, I was told many years ago, which became irrelevant considering. But we literally need to replace the whole.
The whole thing, yeah.
We can't fix the rest
The
of it.
pump, we can use the pump still.
Yeah, and we
Just need
can
to-
use the control panel.
Right, we just
When
need
the
to get,
control panels turn over.
we just need to get
Well,
everything else done.
the perimeter inside. Somebody put sewer in, well, I do know who, we backed on it. He said he'd never do that again. In steel. High acidic in steel. And then whatever we were supposed to be doing wasn't done. He's looked at it, he's seen it, he saw what he did, the engineer at the time.
Yeah, it's still not need to be, does not need runs.
So, I supposedly,
I don't believe
what
it.
about you, Colton? I don't think we can get an engineering study on sidewalks. We need to start it.
You're not gonna get that fast, not cheap,
Well-
it's not a process for sure.
Well, we'll have to get, I don't know,
I love the itself.
Oh, we need to add.
Yeah.
We need to add. First one,
and the ditches need to be cleaned out.
Right.
And,
Because you got
Now-
the college in too.
I know, but when I was talking to our visitor from District 2 about some personal issues, she was talking about, she purchased a jetter for district, whatever district she is in Payne County.
well, it's out.
blows them out. Ours may be too far gone.
All ours is big shut.
Okay, that's a
We
problem.
had trucks, when we, the trash truck, we used to go down the alleys. When they did that, they smashed the ends of them shut. That's why the ditches filled up.
Mm.
That's why we put them out on the road too.
Okay,
So they quit smashing them, our whole shut.
okay.
That was too late though.
Okay, so I think we should start a list of what we want to accomplish. There's also we haven't figured out about the community block grants. And they're 100% too, aren't they? Or are they 80/20?
I'm not sure, it's been too long since I looked.
But anyway, there's another, so we're familiar with ACOG, we've done it twice now and been successful. I don't know how many times we will hit the jackpot. Although one thing to know about ACOG, or our COG, versus Caddo's down in, where is it, Wilburton, Coyle, to Central Oklahoma Economic Development District is another COG. They're the COG that Payne County and east of us is in. And he may be the guy that told me that you have to be less than, I believe it's 1,200 or 1,500. 15 now. Population to qualify for these RE rural development grants, REAPs, rural economic action plans that we've been getting. We fit that bill. The reason we've been so successful is we have so, believe it or not, little competition in this district that includes Oklahoma City and Edmond and Guthrie and I have Crescent's probably, no, Crescent, I've seen them get something. They may just be under. Anyway, versus our area is covered up by a lot of large cities. And there's not that many of us vying for the projects. Versus his, which is almost all rural. And that's why, and I did, that they both COGS get the same $5 million. Regardless of, and so he had like, oh God, I want to say he had 12 million in requests for his, where in ours there may have been 7 million requests against the same fund. But I don't know how long our list will hold out, because I don't know their process. They've given us $240,000 in the last 2 years.
I don't even know what it costs to do that.
Well, we'll have to, maybe if I,
You know,
well, Matt Coe he is the one that wrote the engineering report for the OWRB. He wrote an engineering report as to what needs to be done, provided estimates of what needed to be done. We need to thank him the next time if we happen to be lucky this time. I can talk to him and see if, because we'll need an engineer. The good thing about him is he will forego his fee. Like on the OW, part of the $119,000 is a fee to him for, and then, engineering drawings that tell the people what they're doing. Like there's some things like inside the stand needs to be, he said, what was the,
a pipe added on,
yeah, the pipe added up so that, I don't know if the water goes in, I think the water goes in higher, and it's coming and going out the same place, which is causing a stagnation at the top. Things like that, and it's not an absorbent fee, I think it's $15,000 is the fee that he put in to draw what needs to be done. And it's part of that, doing that is in the bid that he told us the cost of. So, this one really has snuck up on us.
So what all does,
What all needed?
Well, the first thing that came to my mind, and I don't know if this is able to go on this grant, are the fire hydrants. Talk about fire hydrants need to be replaced. Is that something within this spectrum that
And
can be?
which one are you talking about?
The one that we've been,
The one we talked, or
The
the
one that-
ACOG.
Echo.
Now, that's a possibility.
I think it would qualify.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean,
And
cause
they're $6,500.
how many fire hydrants do we need? I know all of them need to be replaced, but for a big contract, how many do we have? You have any idea off the top of your head? I mean, that,
I have the number on my phone somewhere.
Well,
I
I
mean,
don't know,
that-
it's 50.
well, we-
Well, the last bid we got from the guy that walked in the door, that used to fix the one up wherever it is, was
Yeah.
$6,500.
and I'm sure if you do X amount of them, you
Well,
might be
10
able
is
to.
65,000, that's, 20 is 130,000. That might be a fast one to be able to respond to. Do we have any statistics on how old they currently are, or when they?
Oh, there it is.
They was put in 80, when they, the water lines put in is when they put them in.
How long, how
All
long?
of the red ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black ones aren't
Are
on,
not.
and they're not, that's why they claim they're black.
So, that would probably be one of my biggest deals, is replace fire hydrants and get them up to where,
Well, the good thing about it is that's a single item. It doesn't require a lot of engineering. The piping is in the ground.
it's already there, all you gotta do is unbolt and bolt the new one on.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we've got one in.
Unless the valve, unless the valve's bad on there. If the
so,
valve's bad, you go in there and shut that down,
right,
replace that valve.
and there could be a good possibility that most of those
Valves are.
are bad.
But they haven't been exercised. so
They've never been shut, because they've always go.
That's, if we've only got till the end of September, that's what.
That sounds brilliant to me.
I mean, it's, and that gives us that many more fire hydrants that we know work, and they're not trying to. guess
35,
35?
give or take.
That's less than I thought.
Well, at least we got, I know there's 2 new ones in town.
The one by the football field's brand new.
Well, that's one of them.
And the other side, baseball.
And then the one they just
Yeah.
fixed, there's 2 that I know we've repaired in the last 7. We've replaced in the last
So it's
6, 7.
Roughly $230,000 for all of
We
them.
max out at 150.
Well, I'm just giving numbers for all of them, but if you do that 150, figure out how many that is, you might cut more of a deal if you do more of them versus just singles.
True.
So,
And we need a couple of bids,
so it's, you said there's
since it's not an engineering report. Is it 32?
150,000. You could do 23 of them. You could actually probably only get away with 22,
Well,
which is more than 2/3.
look at it this way. 150.
And that would give us the older ones we could use for backup. We never
If they're
done
good,
it.
yes.
Most all of them feel good, they're all working.
And you can at least have them for a backup, and then if we get money wrestled around, we wanna rebuild them, we can always have him rebuild them and have them. So,
Now, I actually talked to, is that the guy we used to use before we, well, out of Stillwater, starts with the W, Wynn,
Yes.
and he thought the other guy was pretty high.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But he retired, right?
Yeah.
He did?
I don't know why we stopped using him.
Well, that's what I understood last time we called him for something.
No, I just talked, when we got the quote on the 6,500,
Okay.
and he came back and wanted to do every one of them at 6,500, I called him.
Yeah, that was that.
And somebody was, did he not respond to you?
Me?
Uh-huh, oh, were you here?
No, it was before.
That was before.
Yeah.
Yeah, whomever was supposed to call him back, never did.
Yeah, it was all the whole thing in town.
Yeah.
They used the Biden infrastructure deal.
so what now?
Langston just got all brand new hydrants in town.
Because,
The Biden infrastructure,
oh, yeah,
I mean, every
they
hydrant's
applied
replaced the
for
valves.
it. They got, yeah. That was part of his
This is what I would do on this grant.
We might even lose our Wi-Fi, our internet. Funding for that's been, if they had the funding, we got it. If they were waiting on it, we'll probably not get our internet.
So, fire hydrants are listed here as one of the.
They are?
Yes,
Well, I think there you have it.
okay,
I think we do that.
okay. We'll work on getting bids and then we'll have to have a special meeting to approve and do.
Yes,
resolution and all that
of
stuff
course.
Before the 26th.
And that's
Okay.
22. And you
Well,
got
like I
several
said,
of them that are fairly limited. Well, if you find somebody that's
You'll
cheaper than that,
check
then
that
just need that
and
name on
for
it.
sure. Is that the one I have?
So I need to make a motion that we,
Yes.
I make a motion that we, put forth the, application for the ACOG grant for, funding new fire hydrants within the city of town of Coyle.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Cole.
All right,
Ms. Drake?
the discussion and question regarding open opinion received from Matt was on open meeting.
Has this been distributed because it was for open?
I have some here if anybody wants to look at
Okay,
it.
good. Good.
I'm sorry. Read that back. Yeah, that one, sorry. I did it on the side. There you go. When you read
Yeah, look at the thing that I got marked up. I mean, I want that.
Okay.
The reason I did that.
This is actually a pretty good read.
It was. No, he called me on a Sunday.
And the last Sunday.
Did you read the last page?
I get the last page.
Well, not the very last, he gives us
Oh, yeah, I see that.
the very last paragraph.
Yeah,
Okay.
I seen that part of that.
Now, turn it back, should be, there's one more.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's in there.
yeah.
That was what his actual recommendation was.
Let's see what you got.
I read it, the other day, went through and I kind of wanted to get a.
What's your opinion then?
I understand his opinion on it. It's very relative to the situation. I think a lot of it can be avoidable as long as we can keep a calm and collected head, which is sometimes easier said than done. I'm not gonna say that I completely agree with his opinion on it. I kind of like giving them the chance to speak and talk about their deals
Well,
amongst us.
mhm.
My deal is, and one of the things that was in this paper that I read that really stood out to me is at the very back page, and I'm gonna read it. It says, town board meetings are where decisions are made by the people who were elected to make those decisions. Trustees are elected to represent a constituency and should be hearing from and listening to their constituents year-round. The time for feedback is before your meetings.
That's exactly where I was getting ready to go.
And that right there is one of my deals is if there's things that people wanna talk about. We're public figures. We can give them our phone numbers and they can call us and talk to us about that. I am completely okay with that. But like I said, I also like the idea of them being able to talk about things here as well.
Well, I would
As
like,
long as it's in a respectful manner and how it's guided and things like that, but I'm not against
no. and I
getting rid of it
understand.
either, but
And I
that's
must-
just my opinion.
I must say, when I joined the board 7 years ago, we had what he's referring to as open forum.
Mhm.
And my goodness, it was crazy.
Oh,
So we went from that to the 3-minute on the agenda.
Mhm.
And now I know why the school board
Doesn't do
not,
it, yeah.
doesn't do it.
Yeah.
And we're being taped, and accusations are being made, and we cannot respond. And I,
understand.
being the target of a lot of those accusations, I'm, you know, I just am a little, I'd much rather, and some people aren't here. I've had discussions. People have asked me questions here in this office. And I would, you know, I would make myself available in this office during business time is where I would prefer. I understand you are
No, I
out in the field.
Absolutely.
I would like for them to reach out to the town, Clerk Lindy,
Mhm.
who can contact me and arrange a meeting to meet in this office during business hours. I personally am more comfortable doing that. I've had people riding bicycles intoxicated in my yard. And if you wonder why I have some of those opinions. And I was being given a what for, and it wasn't really a comfortable situation. What can I say?
That's when you call the sheriff.
I've done that a couple times too.
Yeah.
So, but I totally agree that we need to be available.
Yeah, well, if they want to talk to any of one of us, all they gotta do is pick the phone up and tell them to talk to us.
Or if they wanna do a meeting down here, that would be
That's
acceptable as
what
well.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
Because,
on one-on-one, because we can't, all three or two of us be the same.
at the same time, but
But,
you can have honest,
if you want to go out and talk to all
Conversations.
three of us, we have to have a special meeting just for that. It'd be like a phone meeting, so we can talk.
and then this goes through certain things, like zoning and stuff like that, do require, open meetings. Or like, is that what they're like, public meetings? The public meetings is the correct word, is a public meeting. But like I said, I speak from disappointment. But I like the fact you stressed that we operate under similar rules as our Oklahoma legislature or our US legislature. And when they're conducting their hearings, whatever. But again, I've called my representative their office several times and got wonderful assistance from doing so. I've never had a bad experience when I pick up the phone and call our legislators. I don't necessarily talk to the legislator, but I get feedback, I get understanding, and I get resolution, and have gotten resolution to the reason I called multiple times. That's not to say that every person's wish list can be fulfilled, because it takes all three of us, but at least we can present those concerns and discuss them in open meeting.
Now, somebody, if we do, pass this and somebody does want to do something within a meeting, then we can put that on the agenda for an upcoming meeting. or something.
Right, they can contact, I think, doesn't the mayor
Right.
approve what goes on the agenda?
And I sent it out to all of you.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
but if,
He has the final say in what goes on it, correct?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Okay.
That should be in the statutes.
I have to
As
to
far as
look
I'm,
to
as far as
verify,
I'm
but
concerned, if anyone, the board members want something on board, they can put it on there. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes to it no matter what. Whether I like it or not, but that's your opinion.
Right. Absolutely.
And you have every right to hear it. Have it.
You heard our two opinions, what's your opinion?
Same way with Joanne, just I've been, received the same things you have. As a matter of fact, I've been called everything but a white man in this, and threatened. So that's my main reason, I don't like the threats. I don't, people don't know how to hold their temper. After a while it gets to you, and you're gonna be doing the same thing.
I understand.
And I don't like it at all. I don't like confrontation at all.
I agree. I don't either.
Well, you missed, we actually had, good grief, I just talked to him just 3 days ago. Hackett, Bill, trying to help us understand how a meeting should be conducted in our composure. That's on Mag.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I
to go
don't,
back to my opinion on this, that is my personal opinion, it's not mine. Say that's concrete. After reading through this and taking Matt's advice on it, the best thing to do would be to do what you guys talked about. That way it protects us, and we don't have to worry about, like you said, retaliating or losing our temper in something that we may or not be able to
So
impose.
right now, we're not allowed to speak back to what, answer what they say.
Yep,
well, and like I said, and so when statements are made, you have no opportunity to address them as they're being made. Because they may not even be something on the agenda, although they're supposed to be. You can't control what is said.
so we need to make a motion on this and what we want to do.
Yeah, and I gotta figure out what the words are. I think it's to eliminate the welcome guest public comment section from our agendas.
That's what it's
Is that
called.
what you're going with, or are you still looking?
That's what it's called.
The other thing that I thought that was important is that when people speak, that I liked his example that you're liable to let someone that you agree with talk longer
Yes.
than someone that you don't agree, and that sets you up for,
Yeah.
well,
Which, I didn't realize that you could let them speak over 3 minutes regardless. I thought it,
Well, I
that's
think
what
we-
it said at, and that's what it said at.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's good or if it's bad. I
but
thought
you
it
can
was,
actually let them continue if you choose.
Usually I'd let them go ahead and finish what they got to say, no matter what.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was just 3 minutes and it was cut off whether he was in the middle of it or done.
No, that's why it says, looking for viable civil rights lawsuits.
Okay.
Okay.
So is it as just that simple?
I think so.
Well, I'll make the motion that based on our legal opinion of J. Love. I make a motion that we remove the welcome guest public comment section from our agendas on our general meeting. Wait 1 second. Linda, do we have to put this on the, that needs to be eliminated throughout the meetings?
We might need to put that on
The
the
agenda.
specific agendas for the CPWA and CFA
So that's
for the next month.
meeting. Yeah,
Okay.
so yes, I'm done. Eliminate from the general fund at this, general meeting at this time.
You make the motion?
I make a motion that we eliminate item 4, welcome guest public comment from the Board of Trustees meeting regulars, from all of the
Regular session.
regular session.
CPWA.
Well, and then we will
Do that with those as well.
do those with those at our next, the next meeting that we have.
Yeah.
Special meeting or whatever, but the next meeting.
Second.
I say,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
And this should be available. It specifically says non-privileged legal opinion. Because in my conversation with him, it's his hope that this helps people understand and to be for future boards to understand and should be part of our the ordinance, wherever our guidance that you're keeping under ordinances and things like that.
Okay. Update on review of 2020 census, say that there was no
That's me.
non-family household.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I'm very excited. We submitted, I copied you on that submission. Molly Jenkins submitted a letter to OWRB highlighting the egregious errors contained in our census numbers, where they're, and they got a schedule of where they're located and everything. She has offered to work with Stephanie Vice, although she also wants me to help her in this process. Stephanie is our U.S. representative. So I'm just trying to get some breathing room right now, because all of our audit stuff is due for our audit. And I'm about to finish all that up, and then I've made some promises to OML. I literally asked OML, Oklahoma Municipal League, if they would be willing, well, Bill Tackett, I'm gonna go back to Bill Tackett again. Bill Tackett, as soon as he saw and heard what I had to say, sent an email to OWRB. And I said, and Bill, I've been working with OML to see if we could poll their memberships and submit a survey. Because I have looked at, well, I've gotten feedback from a few other people that I've had made contact with, professionals working with other towns. We're not the only one. Ours may be the worst that, I've looked at every one that I've been told about. Ours may be the worst of any that I've looked at. That's Cherokee, Luther, Mohawk. They're all, they didn't tell me what was wrong, but they all look kind of wonky. You know, there's no way. Our census says that we have 120, over 600 people in this town. And it says that we've got
With
100, no, there's like 160 women over 65 with income greater than $81,000. Median income. And y'all understand medians, you put an array of numbers and you start working backwards, you hit the middle one and that's the median. And, so anyway, Mel has agreed and has asked me to basically draw up the survey of what's necessary. And I've got the questions. 2010 is somewhat of a basis year. 2020, we have as much as some items, a 400% increase in this town. Certain line items, it's, so, they're just changing the way that they do the census. Remember the old long forms, if you ever remember those? They're doing away with those. They are going to, in 2023, which is the latest, it's crazy. The latest information is 2023. And they're sending it, somebody outside of our town got a census, an American Community Survey, not the normal 10-year census form. I know her, I got pictures of it. 2.29% of Oklahomans were surveyed in 2023. I looked at Wyoming, who had, and that Dick Cheney was pretty, probably powerful. 4% got surveyed. The problem is the diversity within our state. We have Tulsa, Oklahoma City, we've got some big places, a population 500,000 or greater. Oklahoma City is 1 million of our 4 million, and Tulsa's another, I don't know, 750,000 area. So right there is 50% of our population in those two, and then there's us out here. So, yeah, they're taking the growth out of that 2.29 and applying it to us. We're city limits of less than a square mile. Within that square mile, currently today, more than 50% of it is open field. So in a half of a square mile or less, we're supposed to have over 600, 585, 600 people living in that half a mile square. All I can do is I'm not going to let go. I promised to give the survey and the how to find the things, there's 4 reports. You can find all 4 of the reports off of the summary page. And you just have to look for one more, and that's the occupied houses. And if you take those numbers off of those 4 forms for 10, 20, and 23, you can spot that particular towns, whether they're reasonable or not. And I'm also asking for, just like we did, the water bills and their estimate of population, which when they get bigger in Oklahoma City, they're going to say, that. But for these small towns that need this OWRB funding more than anybody else, they want to see, because without sewer, without water, you do not have a school, you do not have a school, you do not have a town. And this school supports 187 square miles. So it's not just for us, we just happen to benefit living in the city limits. But it's for 187 miles of rural Oklahoma having a school for their kids to go to. So people like to eat. They should find that we have a place to take care of our farm kids. That's they have like 500 members. Now I'm still crashing in my head how to absorb 500 or even 300. 300 is not so bad when you get through 300. Well, how to accumulate and make sense of those who do respond. I have a possibility of an offer from OSU.
Survey.
Well, to digest the survey, once we get the numbers back in.
Okay, next one would be grant update.
This is on the tractor.
The tractor in the streets, there's not really much of an update. BJ, we got a bid for this, up here, Iowa and Maine, and it was really high, so we're looking, he's looking for some other bids for that, because that one was high.
Same company that we used to do all the rest of it?
The American Asphalt, yeah, they bid high on that one. Over $12,000.
Probably just because it was the single item we come in and do, plus you had a big coal wrap, cut it all up.
Yeah, they put it detail what they were gonna do and all that, but I called today and they're supposed to call me back and I got some people from the look.
Oh, so you got some more part to go. Good news is, we got a few months to deal with this.
Yes, we do. You're not on a
We're not
rush
like we
time.
were on the other thing, waiting for the hurricane problems and everything else.
Okay. Anything else? All right. Fire department report.
I'm gonna start off with this. Emergency manager messaged everybody the other day, with the March 14th wildfire, FMAG event. There's gonna be a small period open where cities and towns in the county can apply for hazardous mitigation grants. That'll include stuff like generators, stuff like that for the fire departments. I don't know if that's something you guys, we'd have to have you guys, the town do, or the fire department could do it on behalf of the town. Because we really
We
use the
closed out our
generator.
grant that bought the $35,000 overcapacity generator. It's overcapacity because what the pop to start the end of the motors on it. Yeah, it's tremendously overcapacity.
That's what he's asking, can the fire department apply for it then?
Think we need to figure out if we can honestly have the fire department, maybe the grant you need is to pay for the control box to sit next to ours.
So you're thinking that the generator we have will already work, we can just hook it up?
Yeah, 'cause it's only running the lift station.
Well, and you know, it's got, I think it even has excess capacity over starting the motors, because that's just, we had to get it that big,
Yeah, just the, yeah.
but then it still has leftover.
Because that was a headache. I mean, for those that were around during the first initial day of that, we had no power for what, 6, 7 hours?
And why?
I mean,
Yeah.
them doors, me and Devin rolled that door on the new add-on on it. It took us 45 minutes to get the door up because it's so slow to go. I mean,
I don't know, it was purchased for CPWA. I know it has to be prioritized to CPWA. I don't know who to ask.
On that got sent out, does it say, if it's townships that need to, or is it fire
He's-
departments,
he-
or?
That's all the information he had. He's gonna send it to me when he gets more. I mean, we looked several years back about getting a generator, and it was like $14,000 for a generator. I mean,
Yeah.
something we could do. We had the funding for it, but wanted to try to find it on a grant if
Well,
possible.
there was, at one point in time, FEMA, they would not authorize grant money because it's technically in a floodplain.
Mhm.
Oh, the fire department.
Yeah.
Was.
Well,
I don't know that we've had any new studies.
we had.
Yeah, the new one shows that we're not in a floodplain, I'm pretty sure, doesn't it?
No, I didn't.
That hydrology study that you got.
The
Wow,
hydrology
that-
study?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it took us out of the,
I know, but have we just shared it with the board?
I don't have it.
I don't have to look. It's huge.
No, but I've taken one before.
now, I can't remember what we done.
Before my time.
Yeah.
Because residents, because the residents.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will reduce residents' insurance bills if they can state that they are no longer in a floodplain.
Yeah, because that's always been a problem for years and years and years of grants, and even, I'm sure it affected the town at one point too, as far as that, but I don't know, he put it out, so I wanted to run it by you
I
guys.
totally agree with you. I know your needs, and I totally support, you know that.
Mhm.
And you hear where I'm coming from.
Oh, I do.
If,
I'm not saying you can't have your own.
Oh, I know.
You might just
It
get-
just makes
you
sense
might-
to use yours.
You
and-
might tap into one even bigger than what you were going
Yeah.
to get.
So-
You'll be talking to Mark.
Who's Mark?
He's the guy that's been coming out, checking and updating the generator every other week, so. He's the electrician.
Who's he with?
That company.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
asking
Yeah, I actually have that. Yes, please do,
if they can handle that. then-
because I've already asked and I want to confirm it, okay? And this has been going on for like 10 months in my head.
is
Um,
there gonna be a problem though with fire department in the CPWA? Cause it's gotta be using CPWA.
Well, that's what, it's there, it's being used.
Yeah, being used.
There is plenty capacity.
Right. So I think we just tap into it or something.
But I was told you need your own controller box. And those things are 10, 15, what were they? You remember, Lindy,
I'm sorry.
on that grant, how much the controller box was?
I don't write off.
That switches the pumps to the generator.
yeah.
They're probably about 1,500.
I don't know, but, no, I think you should continue to explore that. And maybe what, I just don't want to do something that would jeopardize us future grants.
Mhm.
But I think if we do it correctly, it's a possibility. And like I said, because I've known it, I've known how overpowered it is. Just because we had to get it, there,
For the initial power, yeah.
and even their theoretic, please check if I'm right, but there's even excess power over and above what's necessary to start the pumps. And your garage doors and computers and,
Yeah, that's why when we got the quote on ours, he's like, a little bitty one would suffice, but if you go pushing all these door buttons at the same time, it's too much power for, so.
yes.
We'll do some digging on it, and see what we can figure
Yeah,
out.
keep doing your stuff and you do your stuff. I'll figure out who to ask.
You got anything?
Actually, I know who to ask.
Well, you can see we got a Tahoe. It's one of the EM twins. Company had bought it from the auction and completely went through it. It was that one you're looking at. It was overheating.
Yeah,
It's
it
got a
was
brand new radiator, coolant reservoir, brakes, rotors, tires. They completely went through it front to back. It was down by Houston. They went down and picked it up 2 weeks ago. We traded the F-250 3/4 ton long bed crew cab truck in for a F-150 crew cab. They gave us $24,000 for trade-in, which was killer deal.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's down at MEU with Carl's Tahoe getting upfitted. Still waiting on the PO for gear. What else did I have? I had something else. For those of you guys that go to the football games, the school had asked the 3 community departments to run medical for football games, which is the first time that's happened since Summerall was superintendent. So the relationship's getting better and better with the school. We just hired on, 2 more people? We're at 21 people. That's the most people we've had since 2016.
Restoration.
We need gear and radios. We're trying to find what grants we can. Hopefully, we'll get the 80/20. That should be in our account next month, shouldn't it? The end of this? Our forestry funding?
Manual,
Yeah.
it's in there,
It's in there? Okay. How much was it?
10,000
Okay.
something.
So we got our annual funding from forestry for 10,000. Pretty much it. I mean, we've been working on brush trucks. We changed all the oils and all the pumps, most of the trucks 2 weeks ago. Had a meeting, about $500 worth of oil and filters to get everything ready for fire season. And pretty much all we got.
Pretty busy.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I was there Thursday night at the game, and the fire department was present. And there were actually some injuries, and one or two of them, our guys had to go out and help them. And it was nice to see that.
Event report.
We don't really have anything.
Financial report.
So the current account balances for our three main accounts as of the end of August. In general fund, we have $52,936.05. CPWA, $70,888.98. And the fire department, $40,755.62. And we got the monthly cash activity balance report and budget actions as of the end of August.
And I have something to add. This financial report. You've got everything into the auditors?
Yes.
I've got everything into the auditors except July bank recs. They're not to be done at the end of this week. So we'll just be waiting on their work to get back to us.
Maintenance report.
Well, I've got bad news. I broke the flood mower.
I didn't have home.
What?
Broke the flood mower. But it is fixed now. They went ahead and called down there to where we bought it, and they sent us the new parts. Didn't cost us nothing.
Very good.
I was
Is it
down
under
there.
warranty?
Yep.
For how long?
I think it's a year, 2 years. The tree lot, on the blank tree lot. That's what broke it.
You got into the tree line.
Yep,
You didn't hit that concrete crap.
that's what I did. Swipe in.
You
So,
didn't think I knew so much, did
I'm
you?
just gonna see if you got any recommendations of what we can do better for it and turn up a new piece of equipment.
Well,
Because looking from the road, it don't look like that tall. When you get in there, it's
Oh, you're probably taller than the tractor. Yeah.
the weeds.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to wait till it
Guys.
cuts, it frosts down.
And,
And then you just may have to have fire training.
That's what I was thinking too.
Really need the dozer in there to move.
It does need a dozer too.
but he recommended, some other people recommended just dozing it up.
I'm not gonna tell you who did that. Cause I do know.
I mean, I'm just recommending, you know, it's not on the agenda for
No.
a big piece of equipment. I mean, we did price, I got quotes on those, but they wanted to wait. Maybe wait till winter time, when everything's, dead.
I would, just because you can see this stuff. And
But
that's
it is fixed, I've been using it. I broke all 3 belts on it. Cause I
Well, if that's all you broke, those are safety features.
so. At the same time I hit one, and then you just see the belts going in pieces.
Well, like I said, that's kind of what they're for.
And, the new mower is here, we've been using it. And
Nice.
It's been doing good,
You do good. Take care of that. I know you do.
and that's it for me.
They got discussed phosphorus and, initial carbon monoxide.
Yeah, this is for the tractor,
The new one.
the brand new tractor.
Yeah, to go.
The 650 is for complete service, everything. I was gonna see if we can have it sent there, because they can check for all the warranty works and stuff on it. Something came loose or something broke,
I think.
they can check it while it's there.
I think it's a good
How
idea.
are we gonna get it there?
They'll come and get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
I
just
think
a
we
tractor,
wanna maintain it.
nothing else.
I understand, but I think it needs to be,
It needs to be maintained.
it needs to be taken care of.
Because we're at 42 hours and they're rating in a 50-hour service. So,
Yeah, and they'll change all the fluids
Yeah,
in it.
everything.
I make a motion that we, approve the $650 initial Kubota maintenance being done. That way all the warranty and everything is still good to go.
I'll make a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
But it won't go down until it actually is closer to 50 hours.
Oh, I
So we're at
understand.
42 right now.
No, but
Approve it before we get there, that way whenever it gets there, you
Okay,
can call.
the next one here is discussion possible action on listing equipment to sell on Purple Wave. Like a motor tractor, moving
I don't know what's a grooming trimmer?
It's the little trimmer that broke.
Oh,
The finish mower?
Yeah. finish mower.
I was going to ask you this, before I even saw this. I don't know how expensive they are. I don't know if the lawnmowers do much better job on the lagoons.
Yeah, the lawnmower would be better. 'Cause we
Okay,
get
so
closer
you
to
don't,
the-
you don't need this.
Yeah. Plus, I used the flow mower, I went along the ponds. And-
Oh, you just dropped her down over
Yeah.
the side?
And it worked great.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
it's just, enough. They
Mhm.
can't get all the way down there, but
Well, you
just
don't have to
enough.
hit the rocks.
So,
Okay.
I did some experimenting with it in the lagoon.
All right.
Just those three things?
Yes, because the skag, the motor's gone in it.
Yeah, what'd you say is wrong with the Kubota tractor?
The hydraulic pump, I believe, went out in it. It's got full of fluid, but it just won't lift nothing.
Okay. I mean, it's that little,
That's a
garden
little
tractor.
Yeah, it's been one I had here forever.
I don't think we're gonna be using it, you just deteriorate.
I don't think it still runs.
Yeah, right now, it's parked behind the shop, so.
Thing has been through hell and back.
What you think?
I already got the new one, what are you gonna do with the other one?
Well, that was why I was asking if it would work in the lagoons, and he said, he's saying, it doesn't need it.
If it's not gonna be really useful for anything, hydraulic pumps out, and I'd say just get rid of it. Utilize the one we got,
Well,
if
just-
something comes up, then we'll address it whenever.
Weeds grow around it, and you gotta,
How do you do it?
Because the plan is if, like, when we sell the last equipment, we're gonna use that money to buy something else, later or something. We can add this with it, and we can talk about later on down the line, to buy a bigger trailer for the lawnmowers.
definitely, yes.
Like 14 foot, because like during the summertime, if the season help, we both can go out to the cemetery.
Yeah, I think that makes a whole lot of sense.
Carry both mowers out at the same
Yeah, I
time.
have a motion,
Go for it.
I make a motion that we list the Kubota tractor, the finish mower, and the skag on Purple Wave.
We disclosed the issues with it, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'll say that.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Yeah, because you got 3,000 of that.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah,
Yeah, I am. Aye.
cemetery report?
Thank you.
Nothing to report except that BJ was out there mowing it.
We did get headstones knocked over.
If I can-
There's tire tracks.
Wondering if maybe a side-by-side or something's in there driving around.
Is it small tire tractor?
Is there a walk-through gate there?
Yes.
There is. So my thought was if we close the drive-through gate and lock it and then just leave the walk-through gate, then people can still go in there, and visit. But then it's not just open. I don't know if that's a good option, but
Did they break any of them? or-
No, they
Just
just
knock
knocked them
them
off.
over.
I'm sure he said it was gonna be tomorrow, we'll pick one up, 'cause it's big,
Well, yeah, and they need to be glued back on.
so unless,
They
someone's
better
got some.
release something.
Okay.
The guy in Guthrie,
uh
when the cows got in,
I can call and ask and see what they suggest.
Yeah.
It's probably that, what's it called, the nail, the coffin type?
With the nail?
Yeah.
I have no idea. It might be.
He might, if you can handle it yourself, great, but you need to know what we need to stick them back together with.
The other thing, I'd say we shut the gate and lock it for now,
Yeah.
and then go from there,
It
and
might
stuff
just
keeps
bring,
happening.
maybe we only open it up for Memorial Day and,
The holidays.
Veterans Day, yeah.
and one of these days, we work, I know we got to get the cow fence around, but we also have money to put a new
Fence around it.
fence up the front gate, the chain link on the front.
Yeah, I wish we'd put a gravel drive road through it.
Well, that's possibility too.
Well, we just gotta,
Is that
we
through-
can get the fence done first.
Is that through?
We've got some
Is
money.
that through general fund?
We have, it's been growing nicely. We've got a CD that, is it
It's
still
almost
on?
up to 10, I think.
Is that in financial aid?
No, she went to.
It's on, well, it's on, in the cash activity balance,
But we've got two accounts, 6,000 is sitting in,
the savings, maybe.
that's
And
the one for maintenance. The other one is, yeah, we've got some money.
Okay, so we'll start locking it.
I think I need that.
It keeps happening when you bring in that.
Yes, I picked one up on myself on Friday. I mean, it was not that heavy to put it back on, but there's other ones. When you go in the entrance of it, there's one right there in front of the gates.
Yeah, it's hard to get in.
Y'all don't have a problem. She's got it.
I just have a suggestion. My parents had some, well, one of my grandparents had some fell off, and I called the monument people, and they came out and fixed it. So it may be that the families of the headstone people can check with their, the people they got it from, and they'll come out and fix it for them.
That's how I do it.
The only problem with that is
Well,
yeah.
very rarely do they go out there.
Okay,
Or they're very old and I have no contact.
Long time
There's-
ago.
But-
I mean, it just depends on, sorry, Joanne, I'm just,
No, yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be rude. Go ahead.
but.
Yeah.
It's,
And a lot of them are gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're living out of state.
When was the last time we had somebody put it in there? Was it your parents?
No, they were over there.
Probably within the last 6
Oh.
months.
So what?
Probably within the last 6 or 8 months.
Really?
Yeah. You might, we sent a previous clerk to a cemetery.
Training, yeah.
It came back and said, there's something, have you checked with OMAG to see if the cemetery is covered for vandalism?
I think we have talked to them about it, but I will, because
There may be a deductible or something.
yeah, I'll check with them about it and see.
Because she came back, because it was around the time of the cows.
Everything going on down there too, all that busybody stuff down there now.
But before I mowed it Friday, you could see the tire track behind that.
Really?
So,
At least it didn't break it.
right, it just knocked it over.
Ah.
Okay, clerk, enforcement report.
Okay, so we had court last week on Tuesday, we had one in attendance, and then the next court is scheduled for October 7th. And that person is supposed to be back that night, so we will for sure have it that night.
Last Tuesday?
Yeah, it's the first Tuesday of the month.
Yeah, I keep forgetting too. You need to come.
I didn't even know about it.
Oh,
That was my bad.
sorry.
I would've
No,
liked
that's all right.
I would like to come too.
You said it's the first
The first Tuesday of the month at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And yes, at 6, and if you're late, you don't get in the door.
You can stand out there and look at him.
And-
Go stand at that window, there you go.
And you better turn your cell phone off or the judge will confiscate it.
Oh, I'm sure, I don't doubt it. That's why.
Okay.
All the documentation was submitted for the case in district court last week, I think is when I took it. And then when I get the list from Brian, all the letters will go out.
Now, do we need to look at those? Well, one of us,
At least one of us has got those letters.
I don't know if you have time.
There's one.
I know somebody was interested.
Yeah, I remember, I probably, I need to figure out how.
Well, you need to coordinate, because we can't both be here at the same
I
time.
understand.
Anything else? Emergency management.
You don't even want to-
I'm, gonna let James Smith do our report from his management. He's the one that helps me on storms and everything. And, kind of let him do it again on what he does.
Some days what done, I've seen that. I'm the neighborhood noise maker once a month, testing siren.
Good job today.
Storm watching, of course. Originally recruited on in 2002. When it recruited me then, he dead and gone now. William Blackwell said it was, that recruited me back then. And he kind of put me to watching the Cimarron River, the creek system, besides the storm watching and stuff. Back then there was a handful of us doing it. You had a partner with everything you did back then. But there's a bridge out someplace, I try to know about it and pass it on to Carl. He can pass it on to the fire department, take me down that road or whatever. Hop in here from time to time and tell me folks.
You ain't gonna stop 75 bridge being out. County Road 75 between Luther and Keeler. I found that out by the county commissioner.
I hadn't been out that direction that far, past 74.
So we can't go out
Oh,
east, we won't build it, we gotta go around, so.
Okay, it's a little further than I've been.
Well, he is the,
That's like our pastures.
Or triple X and Luther, sorry.
excuse me just a second. James is, when he goes out, he sends me a text every time he gets back in, he tells me where it's high, low, or normal. Anybody cows that gets out,
I'll try to get a hold of the owner, and sometimes I'm helping get him back in.
and, believe it or not, we have got a bear in this area.
A what?
A bear. He's seen the tracks.
Well, I ain't seen her tracks, I've seen her scat. And I've heard on 3 different occasions, I've heard it.
Well, we have mountain lions down.
Oh, yeah, I see where they cut the trees up real good when they do.
I've had several hard.
I can show you a good half a dozen or so trees that got marked up when they come to it.
Okay, he also goes, when he goes to the river, goes to creeks, goes out to the lake, goes to the reservoirs.
Yeah, we've got a couple reservoirs straight south of us. Feed into the creek
Well,
system.
there's Soldier Creek.
Yeah,
There's Soldier Creek,
yeah.
flood control ponds, dam, and the lakes.
But, he's also one that, he told me about these houses out here.
On triple X that's going in,
Triple X.
yeah.
That are actually on, in city limits.
That's on city limit
And
side.
there is a water line going out there.
Well, I checked the last water line map when they put in the bounds, they don't show, I'm not to say you're wrong, but they didn't show that line. The lines that he's talking about are older than,
That's the
That's
same,
what I'm
no, it's
How
a,
old is,
it's
how old
a,
is the map?
it's the same line that when they put
I wanna
the
say it's like
lines in,
2009-ish.
yeah, yeah.
when they put the water lines in here, that's when they run it out, way out south.
That was in the eighties, right?
Yeah.
Do we have any
That is the
maps?
same
I
line.
want to say,
Do we have any maps from them?
Any, I don't know, any map I've looked at doesn't show one down south past that, but I'm saying we don't have older maps that do.
That might be what we had
it
to
used to
do.
run just past, probably another half a mile past County Road 75 anyway.
It used to go all the way south.
I wasn't sure how far
Because they went all the way up to the wells that they got dug out there.
I know, it used to go out there as far as McGuire's, and they dug wells.
That's the one they showed.
They shut it. They didn't want nothing to do with city water.
Yeah.
Well, they were dug wells out there on their property too.
Yes,
200 feet, I'm talking one person.
Then they get the Gerber Wellington.
Well, who I think it is.
Gerber Wellington is the aquifer that we sit on top of.
All right, but, you go ahead. You got any-
Oh, I think Al said it. That's anybody can. If I don't know how many times I've come across somebody at Langston Lake or someplace that needed to jump. Security rolled past them, so they waved me down. I stopped. Well, you got cables? I'll give you a jump. Get them going.
He's,
Do whatever I can for anybody.
he's not just doing, just for
He's not just doing the
Yeah.
If there's small limbs piled up in the road, I'll get them out of the way.
He's a tremendous help for me, especially when I go storm watching. A lot of times I have him watching the TV, tell me what's going on. Because we got the one
Playing
video.
tag team between TV, radio, my son and him and his laptop.
Yeah, his son's got a laptop, he's got all that information too.
He's kind of my helper, if you will.
Can I add something to your emergency?
Sure.
You know, like the chief was saying here about the hazard, grant. You know, Bert Vander's working on trying to get new tornado sirens in this town since we're trying to prove stuff.
Very good point. Very good point.
You know, because we only got the one, it sounds terrible, but it works.
Oh, it
Here, I
works, trust me.
Especially inside my house. It works. Also, you know, that one is, I noticed it's actually too low. They need to be
Well,
above the treetops.
If, now watch what you're doing, 'cause if you put something up there too high, or you get in line, some bird that flies.
But, I mean, just something you may want to work on that hazard grant, to get new tornadoes put out.
That's a very good valid point. I'm glad you brought that
Yes.
up.
I'm not working on it.
I was rusted in 2002 or so. We got those from the city whenever the May 3rd or whatever it
Yeah,
was,
we got-
tornadoes came through, but
we
when
got-
they upgraded, we got theirs,
Yeah, we got
a couple of them.
We got one from Edmond, that we got. And right down here, we're gonna put one up down there, and that ferry went to pot on, so we had to take the parking lot. Put it up.
It's just something to think
I
about.
was just here a few years ago that the whole building around it collapsed pretty much, and that finally one did. So that's a new building that sits up there with all the.
Well, that's fire pump still,
Oh, it is?
yeah, fire pump got up there.
Okay.
Cause at one time they had some system in there for paging people out. But it's outdated. I think
So that
they-
building up there
I
is
think-
just a
I think
building
there's
just sitting
storage,
there?
used for storage now.
Oh, okay. I thought there was controls in that for
It's controlled, just, storage. But I think that's all I got, because we got our vehicle down being decaled, the regulars put in it. That's a good day.
It should be here one day this week.
I'll be parked out here for a day or two. Anything else? Is, new business. Motion adjourned.
Make motion to adjourn.
Come on, all in favor?
Alright.
All the board of trustees, board works authority, the order at 8:20. Roll call
Trustee Mormon?
Here.
Trustee Gale?
Here.
Mayor Long?
here. Welcome guests. Again, we've got 3 minutes, if you got anything on that you want to talk about on the agenda? Consent agenda. consider, discussion and consideration and possible action, September 9th, 2025 meeting. Discussion and possible action of water tower inspection report.
This was just tabled from last month, so it carried over. I didn't know if, because we applied for the grant, if we want to take it off of there, or,
I think we do at this point.
You take it off and wait until
That may be, what, 4 months?
yeah, we can always put it back on there
Oh,
if
it
we
is?
need to make a decision on that.
They don't move really fast.
Yeah, we'll just,
It's actually called for 2026 is the one we're applying for. Well, no, you've got a deadline to do it.
So we need to make a motion to take it off.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we take business agenda, topic A, discussion possible action on water tower inspection report repairs off of the agenda.
I second it.
all in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
Aye. Discussion possible action of adopting financial
Sustainability.
sustainability plan.
Yes, we've got to do this.
Yeah.
What's our deadline?
I don't know if there's a deadline just before the grant. This is part of the grant application. It asked if we had a fiscal sustainability plan, which I had clicked no, but we would work on one and implement it prior to the grant award.
But we might as well expect that to be January to, you know.
Yeah, so I think we've got time. So I don't have one finished, but I have what I have
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
And so I'll continue to work on it and maybe asking questions kind of as going
And
along.
OWRB provided the form
Yes,
to us to fill out.
yeah. So that's what I took and just kind of filling in the blanks, but not
Well, it
finished
just
yet.
takes-
So
yeah.
I'll just keep working on it and send out what I have once it's completed. And again, may ask questions on stuff I don't know answers to.
Basically, is it for the city itself to be sustained or for the,
So I was working on it with the mindset of the public works, because that's what we are applying for. I think we could do one for the town also.
you may clarify that.
I will, before we get too far into it.
Because when I was talking to him, I said, well, sustainability, you know, if we don't get, it was kind of like if you don't get the money, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And I said, well, we've got this, like I told you guys, there's going to rural water. We'll spend the money to paint the inside. And he says, I need to send you the form. So let's make sure.
I will call him and verify and make sure that we're doing it right before I get too far into it.
Yes,
But
please, because I thought I rattled off a sustainability plan and then I thought that we needed a little more work to do.
all right, yeah, so that's still just a work in progress.
Discussion possible action of Big Day attending the whole LA Sewer Expo, October 28th, 29th.
This is a free event. He can get his DEQ license credits for it. I have a couple prices on hotels. And then I found out last week, I think that OMAG has a hotel stipend. So it would help pay for his stays there as well, if you guys are okay with sending him to it.
Once you get a problem,
Yeah, I do too.
I learned more on sewer.
Well, sewer's probably our.
You make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we, let BJ attend the OMAG Sewer Expo, October 28th, 29th in Enid, and pay for his hotel and
I think there will only be like a meal or maybe two, because most of it's covered through that event.
possible meals if necessary.
Cause I'm gonna leave that Monday night after work.
You'll take your personal vehicle, you
Take your work trip.
work truck.
Yep, you like it. You like it now.
Yeah, since it runs better.
Need a second.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay. They called Rick Grant. Update.
This one's all closed out. We should be good to go, just waiting on the final payment.
Is that the one for all the?
The lagoon.
vents and-
The pins and the lagoon, the irrigation pumps, everything is humming out there for that.
Yes, let's, yep.
That's the one part.
But, fire hydrants. Remember when I tried to put them on the town's books and the auditor told me no?
Yeah.
Somebody told me,
I think it was the auditor, that it was a water expense.
yes, because it was hooked to the water lines.
Yep,
So when we go for this,
it needs to be Coyle Public Works.
you heard my thought.
Yeah, okay.
It
That's kind of what I was
She's
thinking.
reading her mind.
Well,
Okay, anything else on that?
No,
All right, water report.
You have a water map or a blueprint in front of y'all for the new ag building for the school.
Look at this.
They contacted us, the engineer from them has, and I don't know if you can see that blue line is the water line.
Is that the south?
I don't know if you may be blind.
Is that the east side of the building?
Yeah, it's gonna go on that
The alley?
alleyway.
Is it gonna go in the alley or is it gonna go just on the inside of the alley?
Well, I'm just gonna say the alleyway. We went up there, well, I went up there with this blueprint, talked to Cagle too as well, you know, just to get an idea where it's gonna go. The question the contractor had for us is, for the tap, do we want the contractor to do the tap, meter and all? And if they do that, but it says in our procedures, you know, we do meter and the tap and all that. But the thing is the other question is, do you want them to cut the road up or bore?
They need a board.
So,
I don't think.
patches never work.
well, because it's just, I don't know if we're gonna have a meeting, or Lindy has,
Say that, you can see it for a way, patch one line, they went across the road with it.
There's only one good spot up there where they patch it whenever they get the stuff there. And the stuff that was across, right directly across from the gym was always not. It's just,
the reason this is they're gonna move the water meter and the gas meter, because it's gonna be a parking lot, so.
I'd say they had to be bored underneath.
But it's up to y'all as well if you want them to tap and do all the meter and all
I
that.
don't mind them tapping.
So,
But I'm asking a dumb question here. Tapping of the water line
yes.
for the
main
meter?
line.
yes,
Yeah,
How about the sewer?
the sewer's already there, there's a manhole right there in the outlet.
we should just be able to hook up to that tap for the sewer.
Oh, there's already a tap for the
Yeah.
Because there's
The
a closed closet.
existing building is already, it's already.
Oh, so they're taking it down and putting
Yeah,
it
they're
in
gonna
the
tear that
same
building down and put
space.
the ag building. So you know, it's just east of the cafeteria.
Uh-huh.
So if you go, what road is that? Right?
Crawford.
So if you go down Crawford, you turn, you go up Cottingham, and whenever you get to the intersection where the high school and the middle school is, you take a left, you go east.
Between the two buildings.
Yes.
And then it would be
So where the cafeteria is,
behind
just to
it.
the east, not behind, well, yeah, behind it, to the east. That building there that they call, I believe they call that the Langston building because that was moved in from Langston, that school and purchased
Oh,
that from
yes, it's
Langston.
like a modular building.
Yes,
Okay.
so they're gonna take that
Down.
tear it down, and that's where that building's gonna go.
Oh, it should be portable.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh, well.
Usually they're already, the water sewer should already be there.
Well, it is there, but they're wanting to move the meters because of the parking, they're making curb appeal. They're trying, because the gas meter is literally like right in the middle of where people park.
Okay.
Well, I don't know where the water meter is.
Right next to
Is it
that.
right next to
You
it?
probably don't want it in the parking lot.
I mean, I think it's a great idea, but I would make them bore it, that way they don't cut the road up, and
So just let the contractor do it, otherwise we'd have to hire.
Yeah.
I think it would be okay to have them tap it. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt.
No, they're,
It's just what they're waiting on answer from.
well, they're
from us.
qualified.
And
The
they're the-
reason we did this is because when we're individuals moving into town, we want to make sure that it's done correctly.
And not, yes.
Because the plan said a 2-inch meter, but we'll see if we can do a 1 inch. We have 1 inch meters. just
Well,
not
I've got a
2 inch.
2 inch meter,
Yeah.
going to my house and going to the vineyard.
Well, the reason they did it too is because they're always gonna overdo
Yeah.
it instead of
Well,
just to
will
be
they
on
be
the.
washing the cans up there?
No.
No, I mean, but it's just, whenever they engineer all that stuff, they overdo it that way for
What
whatever
are they paying for
reason.
the meter?
So that, what I had talked to,
I pay for my meter.
yeah. So I think that we have the set, amounts for the tapping fee. So I think that that would be a charge to them, and it's a different amount depending on the meter.
Right.
We do need, well, we have 1 inch meters and we have 3/4 inch meters. So what was one of the questions that he asked was, do you have options? What options do you have? So I was gonna give those two as an option, because we have those, and the last time we priced a 2 inch meter, it was crazy high.
Like crazy, like,
Like,
What's a 3/4 and a 1 inch meter run? Any idea off the top of your head?
I'm gonna say the 3/4, I think last time we bought them were like 175. I don't know about 1 inch, because those have been here the whole time I've been here. So I don't know, but I wanna say the 2 inch one was like $1,200 or
Yeah,
something.
it
They're
is.
expensive, yeah,
I know, I bought two.
yeah. I mean, we can
The
offer
reason
that as an
I
option.
say
but
that
we
is
get a
because
price,
you need the volume.
Right?
Yeah, don't need the volume.
I
would
would,
not put a building that's got, do they have toilets in it?
It's gonna
yes,
have,
it's gonna have all of
They
it.
need a 2 inch meter.
I would go ahead and
like
just,
8 or 4, like 8, the restrooms, and they're gonna have an eyewash station.
Well, my point being, they need a 2 inch meter, and I'm sure they're used to putting in 2 inch and know how much they cost.
yeah, I mean, the cost isn't gonna defer anything. So I just have them, if they want a 2 inch meter, they're the ones paying for it. It's all gonna be in the bond, just let them do it, put it in and be done. And then that way, for whatever reason in the future, something comes on and need to do something, then they have that extra capacity to be able to use that 2
They
inch.
put that in there, they have our guys, we get our auction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll have to, furbish the can and stuff for it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have any more big cans.
It's part of it.
Right, get some.
Like I said, sounds irrigating off the mine.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a good idea.
Do we need to vote on this?
I don't think so. I think that was mostly just a procedural trying to.
Well, we're
make sure
actually
we-
to approve what they're requesting. They asked our permission, they gave us a choice to bore.
Okay.
Do we need to put that in for, a vote on that, or just
Well,
have
I
it in
just
minutes?
think, I think we should have in the minutes that we have approved the request for a 2 inch meter, to move the meters, to move the gas line is gonna be an OG&E test. But it's our utilities, and
Have them bore it and do not cut the road
because
under any circumstances.
it's, we don't have the money to fix it time and time and time again.
Plus, too much of a curve built to a speed bump.
And so I make a motion to all of those things,
I second it.
that we
All
approve
in
their
favor?
request.
Aye.
We got one more thing on the report.
Yeah.
We did the lead copper samples, the back T and the chlorine test as well. They all came back good.
Do people know that you can always see our test results on the, what
Water
website?
drinking website.
OWRB?
We, did one, Pago reached out to me.
DEQ.
They did lead copper as well for the schools that have copper lines, theirs came back good too.
Okay.
And, I had to change the meter out because it went county Wallace. We don't know what happened to it.
School meter?
No, it was a resident.
Okay.
One of those things on the grants to-do list, needs to be replacing all of our meters.
It's
They're
true.
ending their lifespan, getting toward the end anyway.
Because theoretically,
How old are they?
Most of them, according to the records, were put in 2014. And the lifespan's like 10 to 12 years
and actually they slow down
over time. Yep.
and
Well, this
don't
one,
count all the water going to the houses.
and this one,
That's all right.
the one we changed, the red dial wasn't moving, the numbers were just moving. I mean, even when we standing there, they were just moving.
Yeah.
And they didn't have nothing running in the house. So I changed the meter out.
Do we need to give them some help with the water bill?
I think maybe it was already discussed all that.
And their sewer.
If we do, like we're talking about water meters, get new ones or replace them.
See,
Maybe
now we're
we
getting.
can work on getting smart meters.
What, you don't like picking the lids up and looking
Have
at
you seen the
them?
bees and the snakes and the big spiders in there?
Make that big one thing that you stick down in
They
there.
don't matter, you gotta flip the lid up.
The only thing that I see in mine is silt.
Oh, I know.
Mine is full of silt, because whenever it
Gotta dig
rains.
yours out all the
It's
time.
not the gophers.
No, it ain't the gophers. Literally, when the rain comes, it washes down into my yard. My yard comes river.
Cause you don't know how to put grass.
Yours is hard to find.
Yeah, I know it is.
Anytime it rains, it gets
Yeah.
lost. Yep.
But no,
Some, and occasionally it loses the top.
Oh, yeah.
It'll flood it and float it away.
that's something we may wanna work on later on down the line, is buying metal lids.
Yeah, so they quit. So they.
Quit
they
floating
crack.
away.
Well, cracking.
What do you got on that list of stuff for,
Meters, tornado sirens, flooding.
Okay, well, those, we need to remember those three things.
I got a list as well.
Okay,
We're not-
yeah, we need to stay on top of that, cause,
That's what I just said about smart meters.
Yeah.
no, I understand, I get it, I just like giving you a hard time.
These
about
new
it.
ones we just bought, cause we gotta keep, so many on hand.
Mhm.
They have the wires for smart meters, so.
Yep.
But that's it for, the water report.
Wastewater report?
Done,
If the generator is completed,
done.
I have it set on my phone every Monday at 9 a.m. It clicks itself on, just to do a test. And I get notifications when it clicks on, and it's also hooked to email here. So, and Mark Gray has been very good. He's been coming out every other week, checking stuff on it,
Well, how long is he gonna do that?
and until we get the bugs.
Oh,
He's finding some bugs in the system. So.
Okay, good.
And he's been calling me every time he comes out, so I open up the gate for him.
I thought that was the guy we were paying.
Your
Good.
family's gone.
But that's the guy I'll talk
It's
to
part of the price.
about the fire company and
Yeah,
all that.
and see what that excess capacity doing.
Okay, on this, that is just possible action on applying for, somebody group control grant for sure.
Got your map? I see the maps for
That
it.
is what Matt's
The
for.
one's got the circles.
Is this a $5,000
Yes.
matching?
Yep. It's
Is
part
that
of the
like-
SLRAT testing we had at the beginning of
Yes.
the year, and so,
Yeah.
we can apply for it, and those are the lines that, based on the CCTV results, that need the RIT treatment.
Can we do all of these for 10,000?
I think so. We can check that for sure. This was just kind of the list BJ and I, worked on from the results, but
Anyway, this,
Not as much red on here as I thought there was gonna be.
we already did this last year. Twice?
We done.
we've done it twice.
This will be the third time. We're cleaning them out.
I think we'll need to do it.
Yeah, there's some that's got roots back, so.
I was about to say, I am impressed that, it serves one in my backyard.
Well, I will say this, we haven't been having to call the truck out on Sundays like we were there for a while.
Yeah.
But I've never called a truck
Well,
yet, so.
I've been in the alleyways with the truck on Sunday.
Me both.
So it is,
It's working, I think.
yes, and it's, like I said, it's matching $5,000 grant.
Yep.
You can help find the spot, Coach.
Just the one behind my house.
And Luckinville's the one that turns me
Red,
on,
but it ain't
told me
purple.
about it.
I
On
see
Sunday while
orange,
I'm
I don't
watching
see
them.
red.
Right. I think it's been a
Orange-
very
orange then.
good program. That's part
There
of
was
it.
one by your house, we found by accident.
Yeah, the one up in going down my yard, yeah.
Yeah, the white is the ones that are blocked.
The white, the ones that are blocked?
Yes, sir.
Like they're not used anymore?
No,
No, they
no,
got
they're
roots in
using
them.
it, it's just the roots are slowing down the flows.
There's root problems.
That's what they're doing.
The sonar that went through it is,
Yes.
that's what that colors on those maps.
Oh,
I'll
I-
send you that too, because I think all that came out before you were on the board, so I'll send you the map and all of that.
So the one just east of the high school that runs down that alley where those 2 or 3 trailer houses are?
So that one came back as blocked because it goes to a lamp head at the end, and so the sonar can't read that as well. There's none or very little trees right there, but, yeah. So any that go, like, the ones toward the south end of town go to a lamp head, so they show as blocked, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are. The sonar just can't go down the lamp head, so it just has to stay on the ground. So it reads it blocked where it may not
I
necessarily.
think we were spending $5,000 on sewer backups a year before we started doing this, so that's a good $5,000 spent.
Yep.
It's been helping, so we even had a hot truck.
We haven't had any,
So how are they doing that? Are they literally just using water pressure to do that?
What they do, when they came to the CTV, they sent the camera in.
Yeah.
On the other side was a truck with a jetter. So they met with the camera, and the camera followed the jetter going back to the truck.
The root treatment, they put water in this tank and it's like a foam that eats away the roots. That's how that part of it works.
Yeah, I don't know how they talk
Yeah,
about root
that
systems. I haven't done the root stuff, so.
What are the conditions of the actual sewer lines like?
Well, they're all clay.
Trust me, I know.
well,
Only one that's bad, and we need to probably talk in maybe next year, when school's out, is the one underneath Main Street, because it's about to break.
just FYI, the whole,
Down, is it going in the alley?
No, it's going underneath the highway, go.
Oh, down by the old Mackin alley,
Yeah.
down by the lagoon.
We have a video of it.
well, here's the thing, the way we found our census problem is 2 years ago, we applied for a $350,000 planning grant to map out all of and we have brick manholes,
Yes.
which is allowing water to get in and into the lagoon. So maybe if we get this census thing dealt with, we'll be able to get that planning grant that will give us a plan to refurbish all of our sewers. Well, like I said, just the planning grant is $350,000.
Yeah, that would be an excellent.
Yeah, a lot. But it needs to be done, though. It's what it needs.
Completely agree.
There's none of the big places in this town.
Well, that's, like I said, we started 2 years ago, trying to get the money to figure out what we needed to do. And we've been turned down twice, because they've gotta be ghosts.
Okay.
I could put in some votes.
Okay, let's move on. Is that everything on this?
Any motion on that one?
Need a motion
For that grant to apply.
I think
Oh.
a motion, we applied for the OMAG root control grant. It's a 5,000 matching grant.
Can I have a second?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
New business?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we did get on that.
Okay.
Learning.
Well, the, for educational authority, look, I can't think of it. For education, that's it.
No, he did it.
Yes, I can talk.
Okay, we want to
Sometime.
call to order the Coyle Educational Facilities Authority meeting at 8:46. Okay, you get the call. You get the
Roll call.
Trustee Mormon?
Here.
Trustee Gale?
Here.
Mayor Long?
Here. Welcome, guest. Got 3 minutes.
That's a rough road.
One, consent agenda?
Oh, we approved last meeting. I make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second it.
All voted.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Business agenda, education trust report.
No activity. There's no activity, so.
Okay, new business. Motion adjourned.
I make a motion we adjourn.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
What will you say?
What was this for?
Oh, that's the billing system. Jayhawk is on billing
No, I
system.
understand
It's
that.
annual renewal.
I didn't see
It was on the consent agenda.
for the general.
CPWA. $765. And we approved it as a consent agenda. It's reoccurring annual fee.
Been good, Aaron.
Good question.
I'm in my head cold, but
But it's a good question.
no,
That
no,
time of year.
I hear you.
Oh, I've got one. I've got one.
Been making it.
Sorry.
Our family's behind.
I live. I'll be bundled up in the recliner, watching TV.
I've got
May have fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. Flash?
Yeah,
Not flash, it's Andy. You can't move into water.
moved to Waterloo.
You seem like you're good though.
One of them's just Kelly Line.
Oh, I don't know where you got that water. It's just right there. I'll find out where you got
No. I said you. Okay.